I think our first date was at Red Lobster. We actually met at work. He had a sort of swag about him. When he kind of walked, he had kind of like a pimpish type of walk or whatever, and you know his attire was up to par. So, you know, he kind of sparked some conversation at work, and it just kind of led to there. But I think the first place we just ever went out was like Red Lobster. That's my favorite seafood restaurant, so he took me there.
Well, how we met was at the job. We was working at Sprint. I think it was like 2003. Seen her about November 2003 at the job, and she was sitting at a desk, and I needed to find a desk to sit down and work that day. And I seen her over there and just you know, started a conversation with her, and things took off from there. First date, I can't really remember where the first date was at. I think the first time we met outside of work was at her apartment, watching some movies, and I pretty much had a good time from there. So that probably was our first date.
I could completely be myself around him. I'm a very silly, outgoing person, and you know, he lets me be me, and he doesn't really try to correct me or, you know, censor me or anything. So I really do appreciate that about him, and I knew he likes to do the same kind of crazy stuff that I like to do. So I just knew that, you know, he was perfect for me.
I don't even remember what could have been the moment that I remember that she was the one. We was talking in 03, stopped talking in 06, got back together in 07. You know, just probably might have been about 2 years ago. She didn't, you know, stuck it out, and we've been got good rapport, good relationship, and you know, just a good woman, and takes good care of me. And pretty much, probably about 2 years ago, I figured she was about the one.
What's so crazy, we didn't do a traditional proposal. We were just kind of sitting around watching TV one day. We was watching the game, and I think it was one of the episodes when Melanie and Derwin were talking about getting married, and we were just like, oh, we should do that, and that's basically what it was. We actually went to the jewelry store together. I picked out my ring, he picked out his. I think the lady in the jewelry store was more excited than we were, so it was like, it wasn't really a proposal. We just kind of like decided we've been together for a while, we need to go in and do this, and went to the store, picked out the rings, and told our parents. So those were the first people we told, and that's from there.
Well, the proposal, it wasn't a surprise, the proposal, since we've been talking, have extensive talks on about getting married. And it was very confusing, because first she said she wanted me to pick out the ring, but then she wanted me to go so she could pick out her own ring. So that pretty much took away all the surprise, really kind of messed up the proposal, since she wanted to be involved with picking out the ring. So pretty much her proposal, we was at the house, had a dinner at the house, and pretty much put the proposal out there while we was eating that dinner at the house. And of course she accepted the ring.
Just continue to be you. You know, don't change your personality. I love everything about you. Even though I do complain and say stuff about you, but you know, I truly do love who you are. So just continue to be Av.
You know, I just want to go ahead and remind her, you know, we've had our talks. You know what's required. Now, let's just stick with what's required and just do what you can. And I think we have a beautiful marriage that should last forever. But you know what we talked about.